This week, the so-called highlights of TalkTV's coverage of Meghan Sussex and Prince Harry have been nothing short of a masterclass in over-dramatisation and trivial obsession. Kevin O'Sullivan, along with Samara Gill and Ash Gould, took viewers on what they probably thought was a riveting journey through the week's biggest stories. But in reality, it was a parade of recycled tabloids, nitpicking, and exaggerated speculation. To be completely honest, there was almost nothing substantial here. The segment began with the shocking claim that Meghan Sussex supposedly has no love for Prince Harry. From the very start, viewers are thrown into a world where personal relationships are dissected with zero evidence, and private life dynamics are treated as breaking news. It's the kind of hyperbolic storytelling that tabloids excel at, and TalkTV simply echoes it, without questioning its validity or offering any real insight. The narrative is framed to create tension, to make Meghan Sussex appear distant or difficult, as if her feelings toward her husband are a matter of public entertainment, which they absolutely are not. By the 5-minute mark, the conversation had already moved to something even more absurd. Meghan Sussex's Harper's Bazaar photos allegedly impersonating Princess Diana. The panel spends time analysing these images as though every pose, every gaze, and every stylistic choice must have some hidden, scandalous agenda. Here, the absurdity is palpable. Meghan Sussex is a public figure, yes, but reducing her professional photo shoots to a comparison with someone from decades ago is both unfair and ridiculous. It shows the lengths to which these outlets will go to create controversy where none exists. Instead of appreciating the artistry, the styling, or the effort, the commentary is purely speculative, designed to stir debate and drama among viewers. This is classic tabloid behaviour, and yet TalkTV presents it as if it were hard-hitting journalism. The irony is that Meghan Sussex has consistently shown poise, intelligence, and authenticity in her public appearances, but all of that is ignored in favour of manufactured tension over a fashion shoot. Moving forward, the segment delves into claims about why Meghan Sussex supposedly makes people feel uncomfortable. This is where the commentary reaches a particularly thin and subjective level. How someone makes another person feel is a personal, emotional matter, and framing it as newsworthy is misleading at best. Yet, TalkTV presents it as an undeniable truth, as if Meghan Sussex's very presence is inherently provocative. It's a narrative that tabloids have been pushing for years, that Meghan Sussex is somehow difficult, unrelatable, or unlikable. The reality, of course, is the complete opposite. Meghan Sussex is a woman who has navigated enormous public scrutiny, relentless criticism, and biased coverage with grace and professionalism. The uncomfortable feelings some might have in response to her success or confidence say far more about those individuals than they do about Meghan Sussex. Highlighting these subjective reactions and presenting them as fact is manipulative and misleading, but it's exactly the type of content that drives sensationalist media cycles. At around 16 minutes, the discussion turns to Prince William supposedly stripping Prince Harry and Meghan Sussex of their titles. This rumour has been circulating for years, but TalkTV presents it in a way that gives it undue weight, as if viewers need to brace themselves for some dramatic fallout. In reality, titles, roles, and formalities within the monarchy are complex and ceremonial, and the ongoing drama in tabloids rarely captures the nuances of these matters accurately. Yet, the segment chooses to focus on this supposed punishment as a centerpiece of the week's stories. It's designed to make Meghan Sussex look like a figure under siege, creating tension and drama without offering clarity, context, or factual analysis. The narrative positions Meghan Sussex as someone whose every action is scrutinized and misrepresented, reinforcing a pattern of bias that has long plagued her public image. In contrast, real accomplishments, charitable efforts, and meaningful contributions to society are ignored entirely, leaving viewers with a distorted and shallow portrayal. Throughout the segment, one of the most striking elements is the sheer obsession with trivial details. From photo poses to alleged interpersonal tension, the commentary fixates on minutiae while ignoring reality. The way Meghan Sussex is treated in this coverage highlights a broader issue with media and commentary panels. They often reduce complex individuals to simplistic caricatures, feeding viewers a narrative that is more gossip than journalism. Meghan Sussex is a woman of intelligence, capability, and influence, but this segment treats her public presence as a source of entertainment rather than inspiration or insight. By amplifying rumours and speculative opinions, TalkTV fails its audience, opting instead to contribute to the cycle of misinformation and obsession surrounding Meghan Sussex. It's also worth noting the humour in how these outlets and panels react to Meghan Sussex. Watching professionals panic over photos, body language, and private dynamics is unintentionally comical. The segment gives viewers an insight into the absurdity of media fixation. When a public figure like Meghan Sussex achieves success and maintains poise under relentless scrutiny, tabloids scramble to manufacture tension and controversy. The result is a week-long highlight reel of overanalyzed images, subjective interpretations, and recycled stories. In essence, the most interesting part of the segment is seeing the tabloids break down themselves. Kevin O'Sullivan, Samara Gill, and Ash Gould serve as mirrors reflecting the media's obsession rather than providing new, informative insights. Even beyond Meghan Sussex, the segment's credibility is undermined by its dependence on speculation and sensationalism. For example, the brief discussion about former President Trump allegedly calling a reporter a piggy is handled almost as an afterthought, yet it represents real, verifiable news. In contrast, the hours spent dissecting Meghan Sussex's photos, her relationship dynamics, and perceived discomfort created in others is filler masquerading as content. The contrast here is telling. Real events are compressed into minutes, while speculative gossip dominates the narrative. Viewers who seek genuine analysis or meaningful reporting are left with a skewed perspective, one that prioritizes entertainment over truth. Ultimately, what this segment demonstrates is the ongoing challenge faced by Meghan Sussex in the public eye. Despite her accomplishments, her charitable work, and her advocacy for causes that matter, the media remains fixated on superficial and trivial matters. TalkTV's coverage is a clear example of this. It offers drama and tension where none exists, relies on biased narratives, and amplifies speculation to create engagement. Viewers deserve better than panels dissecting a professional photo shoot as if it were a scandal, or framing personal feelings and relationships as news. Meghan Sussex continues to rise above these attacks with grace and composure, maintaining her dignity while the media circles in panic. Her confidence, poise, and authenticity contrast sharply with the fear-driven, sensationalist reporting that dominates segments like this. It is important for viewers to understand how media manipulation works. By focusing on Meghan Sussex's presence, photos, and supposed interpersonal tension, TalkTV engages in a pattern of obsession that distracts from meaningful discussions and reinforces biases. The segment shows that Meghan Sussex is a woman whose public perception is constantly under siege, not because of anything she has done wrong, but because her success, independence, and confidence challenge traditional narratives. This is precisely why tabloids and commentary panels will continue to overanalyze, overstate, and obsess over trivial matters. It generates clicks, engagement, and sensational headlines. Meanwhile, the real substance, her philanthropy, professional achievements, and authentic voice, is ignored or minimized. In conclusion, this week's TalkTV segment is less about delivering news and more about perpetuating a cycle of obsession and trivialization surrounding Meghan Sussex. Kevin O'Sullivan, Samara Gill, and Ash Gould offer viewers a snapshot of tabloid hysteria, repackaged as insightful commentary, but the reality is far less compelling than the media makes it out to be. From the alleged lack of love for Prince Harry, to the Harper's Bazaar photos supposedly imitating Princess Diana, to the speculation about discomfort caused by her presence, and finally the recycled rumours of titles being stripped, the segment is an exercise in exaggeration, bias, and absurdity. Meghan Sussex, as always, remains poised, professional, and authentic, navigating a public landscape filled with misinformation and sensationalism. Watching the segment, it is hard not to laugh at the lengths to which tabloids and media outlets will go to fabricate controversy and drama. For those following the story, the takeaway should be clear. Much of what is presented as news is, in fact, recycled gossip, dressed up as analysis. Meghan Sussex's achievements and character remain undeniable, while the media's attempts to provoke outrage or discomfort fall flat. Viewers should approach such segments with skepticism, understanding that the narratives often have little grounding in reality, and recognizing that the obsession with Meghan Sussex is a reflection of media priorities rather than her actions. In the end, the most fascinating story of the week is not the trivial debates on television, but Meghan Sussex's continued resilience and grace under fire.